3, 2, 1, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery, beginning America's new journey to the moon, Mars, and beyond.
My name is William
vehicle
Stressig.
has
I'm from
cleared the tower.
Minnesota, and I'm an aerospace engineering major at Syracuse University. My first engineering professor at Syracuse was Dr. Danenhofer. I did a good job in his class and he offered me a position on his research team. I didn't think much of it at first, but after a little bit I got really interested because I was really finally applying all the knowledge that I had learned to rockets, which is like my biggest passion. I would say the first thing that sparked my interest was going to the library and picking out rocket books, and my dad really fueled that interest by always pointing me towards like the airplanes or the rocket books, and I would read a lot of those. And then he surprised me with a trip down to Florida to watch a NASA space shuttle launch, which happened to be scratched once we went down there. So 2 years later he surprised me with another trip to Florida to watch another launch, and it was scratched again. And for a third time 2 years later it was also scratched again. So I'm over 3 right now on NASA launches, and I've actually never seen a rocket launch, but one day I will definitely see that. But I would say that was kind of what sparked my interest. And then in 6th grade, science had a project where I made a rocket out of soda bottles, and I got first place in my class, and I was like, that was really fun. I like how this works, and I want to explore more. And that's when it kind of became like a goal or a passion of mine to continue exploring that field of aerospace engineering. My first project was coding a SpaceX Starship rocket, and I did a very good job of that, and the model satisfied what Dr. Danenhofer was looking for, so he gave me another project. And this was a summer internship where I received a grant from the National Science Foundation, and I wrote a script in code to help model nose cones of rockets, and that's the tip of a rocket, so like the very top of a rocket. And this is technically called an elliptical paraboloid. So I was very impressed with my work over the summer, but I didn't really think much of it. I didn't think it would go very far, but Dr. Danenhofer seemed impressed, but nothing more than that. Casually one day, in October of 2021, he said to me, oh, by the way, your work has been published in the NASA open source library, something that's been a dream of mine to always be associated with NASA since I missed their 3 rocket launches back in the early 2000s. So when I heard that, I was like, are you kidding me? I like freaked out, and he was just so casual about it because he's done this so many times. But to me, that was like the greatest accomplishment of my life up to this point. I remember calling my mom right when I got it, and we were celebrating because like, oh my God, I'm a part of NASA now. It's honestly a great feeling to have my work published for NASA and knowing that there are engineers, aerospace engineers from thousands of companies across the United States using my work, especially engineers from NASA, engineers from SpaceX. Whenever they make a new rocket nose cone, they're testing it through my work, which is really cool to think, oh, when the James Webb Telescope launched, even though I didn't have any impact on that, if they make a new rocket to launch it, they might use my primitive to make it. My current project in the research group is making small improvements to my previous script, which will make it a lot easier for current engineers to use and design nose cones through. Even though it's just a small improvement, this is taking a lot of time and is proving to be a lot more difficult than I thought before. So from the outside, all these accomplishments are really great, but it really took a lot of hard work, and that's not often seen, and that added a lot of stress because a lot of this has been going on throughout the school year, especially during my freshman year and now my sophomore year, and aerospace engineering isn't an easy major to begin with, and then to have all this research on top of it, and the pressure from my mentor to continue the great work, and it has added a lot of stress, and oftentimes it's choosing between research or school, and obviously I need to choose school, and that can be difficult to balance that stress. And my ultimate dream as an aerospace engineer, initially when I was a kid, it was to work for NASA, but now I really see myself working for SpaceX, and that's what I want for next summer and beyond graduation. I want to work for SpaceX, I want to work in the commercial space industry. There's a lot of people that have niche dreams, and they're afraid to show it. But advice I would give is just chase it, and you never know where you're going to end up. You might not get to where you want to be, but you'll get somewhere and you're going to enjoy it along the way. So that'd be a big advice would be chase your dreams, no matter how small or big they are, and don't be afraid to have small dreams.